What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. The big, beautiful bill that has passed the House. We've been talking about Medicaid cuts that are in it, up to $700 billion. Now we got details that Medicare cuts could be coming. I'll show you some details here in this video so you can see it for yourself, as well as SNAP cuts as well in this video. I'm going to show you a lot of details here in this video so you can see it for yourself. We'll be going over some details here that you need to know about, and I'll show you here directly on the screen. This comes as this bill, the big beautiful bill that it's actually called here, Trump's bill. There's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things in it, depending on how you see things. There is a $2,500 child tax credit check in there. So that is in the bill. There is also a reduction of or an extension of the Trump tax cuts for the 2017 Trump tax cuts, which extends the lowering of all tax brackets. Okay, so that is in the bill, which if they didn't pass that, that would basically raise all tax brackets at the end of this year. So that would mean higher taxes for basically everybody. Every single tax bracket would go back up, and that's not really a good thing because nobody wants to pay higher taxes. Okay, there's also the $4,000 boost for seniors over the age of 65. And we'll go over some of the details here in this video, so let's jump right in. We've got a lot to go over here. So we're live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy's Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. So don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so. Just click the subscribe button, then the bell icon, so you don't miss out on future videos as we cover here everything going on here on a daily basis that you need to know about, and help me reach 500,000 subscribers. If you're watching me on another platform besides YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get to watch the full videos. Yeah, it's Jimmy. So, all right, take a look here as we got some big news coming in. All right, so Senate Republicans opened the door to cutting Medicare waste in the Trump agenda bill, known as the Big Beautiful Bill. As they look for additional savings, GOP senators have discussed the possibility of cutting Medicare spending they consider to be waste, fraud, and abuse with Trump's blessing. Now, this comes here as this bill has already passed the House. Okay, this includes the lowering of all tax brackets, the $2,500 child tax credit checks, which most people with children are familiar with the child tax credit checks, the child tax credits. Okay, but it actually raises them from $2,000 to $2,500. They would actually go down if they don't pass this. Okay, I think they would actually go down to $1,000 if they don't renew these, but they're actually renewing them and raising them. Okay, and I believe it's per child, so $2,500 per child. Okay, so that's a big one. Okay, so it does help out basically every family in America with children. Okay, and there's a $4,000 boost. I'll show you here. We'll show you a headline. Social Security users to get $4,000 boost in payments. Who is eligible? So this is passed in the House bill. The bill goes to the Senate for changes, and this is similar to a child tax credit, but for seniors over the age of 65. This is instead of no tax on Social Security. This is kind of better than no tax on Social Security because not everybody pays taxes on Social Security. But if you file taxes, you will get to claim this $4,000 credit, okay? So if you don't normally file taxes, you can just file taxes and then claim this $4,000 credit, similar to a child tax credit. But there are a lot of things that some people don't like in this bill. There are cuts to Medicaid. I'll show you here. Right here from Google. The House recently passed a bill that proposes a $700 billion cut to Medicaid, which is estimated to be the largest in U.S. history. This bill, part of the broader budget reconciliation efforts, which is a bill that Republicans are passing on their own without any Democrat votes, because Republicans have control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and can pass this bill on their own. House Speaker Mike Johnson also said in a previous video, if you've been watching my videos, you know this, that they are going to have another bill after this, another reconciliation bill. So they're going to have another bill after this, and who knows what will be in that, so I'll keep you up to date on that, so make sure you're subscribed with the bell icon on. So they're going to have another bill after this coming where they're going to have more things coming, so I'll keep you up to date on that, okay? I could have other stimulus stuff in there as well. So this bill includes several provisions impacting Medicaid, including stricter eligibility requirements, work requirements basically, and reduced federal funding for states. The cuts are projected to impact millions of people, potentially leading to increased financial burdens and challenges accessing health care, which will include the loss of coverage for potentially millions of people losing their Medicaid coverage. Okay, now, Senate Republicans opened the door to cutting Medicare waste as well. Not just Medicaid, but Medicare as well, okay? Republicans are looking for new ways to pay for their sprawling bill, and Republican senators, are exploring ideas to slash waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare also. Several senators have said. President Donald Trump has blessed the pursuit, they said. Quote, I think anything that can be, that's waste, fraud, and abuse are open to, obviously, discussions, said Senate Majority Leader John Thune. He told reporters. He said that Republicans have primarily looked at Medicaid to find savings, but now they're open to looking at other programs. They have not looked at Medicare or even the defense spending, the defense budget yet. The focus, as you know, has been on addressing waste, fraud, and abuse within Medicaid. But right now we're open to suggestions that people have about other areas that you know clearly waste, fraud, and abuse can be rooted out in any government program. Medicare has historically been seen as a political third rail, as a program members of both parties have been wary of touching in fear of backlash from older voters. But Senator Kevin Cramer, a Republican from North Dakota, ND, I think that North Dakota, I don't think there's any other ND, said they shouldn't be afraid of cutting waste in Medicare. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Why don't we go after that? I think we should, Senator Kevin Cramer said. Some people are afraid of the topics. I'm not. Noting that they would focus on waste, fraud, and abuse, in my view. This is our moment as Republicans in control of all three branches, and we ought to be going after more fiscal responsibility, and some people are making that case. Other people are wringing their hands. Quote, what the president made clear is he does not want to see any cuts to beneficiaries, but to go after he repeated over again the waste, fraud, and abuse, the waste, fraud, and abuse. The president has made clear no cuts to Medicare, Social Security, or Medicaid, but the bill addresses waste, fraud, and abuse in government spending. Now, they've said this before, but that has also led to $700 billion in cuts in Medicaid when there said there would be no cuts to Medicaid. And now there's $700 billion in cuts to Medicaid. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, briefly, I mentioned this here on the last video, but the United States has filed a False Claims Act on complaints against 3 national health insurance companies and 3 brokers alleging against unlawful kickbacks and discrimination against disabled Americans. So if you or any loved ones are on Medicare, Medicare Advantage, or any Medicare services, this is why I recommend Chapter Medicare. Chapter Medicare was actually founded because their parents got scammed and they're trying to change the system. And they actually have a proprietary system where they can scan through every Medicare, Medicare Advantage, Medicare provider in the entire country to find you or your loved ones the best plan for you, or can save you tons of money. And on average, they actually save people that use their services, which is completely free, about $1,100 on average, with these benefits, or actually put money back in your Social Security check. So I have a phone number here on the screen or a pinned comment link down below where you can contact them, and their services are completely free, which is really amazing because this putting money back in your Social Security check is very, very beneficial for a lot of people right now, because we know times are tough for a lot of people. So feel free to click that link down below in the comment section, or call that phone number for Chapter Medicare. Their services are completely free. Also, the next headline, food pantries. Health experts growing concerned over the proposed SNAP food benefit cuts. Because as well, there's hundreds of billions of dollars in food SNAP cuts as well in this bill. A fight to protect food assistance program is unfolding in the Michigan state capitol, but there's food SNAP cuts for the whole country in this bill. This article is just from a Michigan article. Lawmakers are warning that proposed federal Medicaid cuts could have a devastating impact on the SNAP program as well. The state of Michigan tracks insecurity rates, with its most recent report saying that more than 14% of people are food insecure, but the number has grown over time. Roughly 1.45 million Michigan residents alone use SNAP. Again, this is a Michigan article, but you get the idea, right? So this is happening in every single state, obviously. It's parents, people with young children. It's older seniors, older adults. The public health nutritionist said, a SNAP educator with Michigan State University Extension. Eichberger said the social safety net is there to ensure that people across the state are healthy, ultimately reducing costs for the state and federal government in the long run. So not only food support, but it's also supporting healthy outcomes by preventing hunger. Financial health is the priority for federal government, where lawmakers are pushing for funding cuts to SNAP and Medicaid in their budget. But House Speaker Mike Johnson said, publicly, opinion polling shows this is a common sense reform and something we should have done a long time ago. As you can see here, there's about $300 billion in nationwide SNAP funding to be cut in this big, beautiful bill. So let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments section. Share this video with anybody that needs to hear this information, and I will keep you up to date. So make sure to click the subscribe button down below if you haven't yet, and then the bell icon after subscribing so you get notifications, and help me reach 500,000 subscribers. Click this video to see what just happened between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, the latest updates. Or click here to see the IRS and Social Security's massive